Hi.
Oh yeah, everybody say hi. Hi. Jared.
Hello.
Okay. Do you have a hard time remembering what you're supposed to be doing, or that you think that you never have enough time for what you need to do, and you use up a lot of your brain power in just remembering what it is that you are supposed to be doing? Well, I have good news for you. If you learn to use a planner effectively, you can free up your brain to work on other things. And I have been using a planner for decades. I have taken several time management classes and mentoring classes that help us to be more effective and to use our brains better and not kind of go around with this mental heaviness and weight from not remembering what it is that we're supposed to be doing. So in order to get you on board to using a planner, I thought we'd talk about two different areas of planner use, and that is the benefits of using a planner and tips on effective use of using a planner. So the first thing that we're going to talk about are the benefits. And so as a college student myself, one of the number one things I hear from college students is that they have a hard time remembering their assignments and their discussion board posts. And they use up a lot of energy trying to remember it when it could just simply be written down. And so our first benefit of using a planner is due dates. Remembering when things are due. And Abby Mazera for HC Compass says that there are two benefits in due dates. They're easily laid out and visible, and when anyone asks when something is due, you will have the answer. So you get to be the one that people go to for the answers instead of being the one that's always asking everybody in your class when things are due. The second benefit I'd like to talk about today is that you can actually complete tasks faster. And Marsha from Marsha Plans says having a planner will actually help you work faster. It's pretty simple. With a planner, you have an exact list of things to do. You don't need to spend time looking for the next post-it note you scribbled out yesterday. You don't have to start checking your email and latest tabs to see what's there to accomplish today. With a journal, you have an exact list of things to do. And this really speeds up the process. You just do one by one and suddenly it's done and you can move on. The next benefit that I'd like to talk about is stress relief, that mental heaviness that you can get rid of. And so Barbara Markway, PhD for Psychology Today, says stress has many forms, but common denominator is feeling of being overwhelmed. Hectic schedule, too many demands, too much on your plate. When actually you have time for everything. You can seamlessly go from one responsibility to the next without worrying about missing something, being late, or doing it at the last minute. And how many people are doing assignments in the 11th hour at the last minute, right? Get some hands raised out there. The next benefit is your manageable tasks. And Devin Price for Human Parts says that massive projects get divided into smaller parts and a timeline for completion, and actually helps you to track your progress. So the things that we put off waiting till the end because they seem so big and overwhelming, if you actually just divide it up and give yourself a timeline, it's much more manageable and accomplishable. It's like the saying about eating an elephant. You got to eat it one bite at a time, right? The next thing I would like to talk about are some tips, because you might be out there thinking, wait a minute, I've tried using a planner and it doesn't work for me. It stresses me out. It doesn't do anything for me. And so I want to talk about some tips that can help you overcome that feeling of not wanting to try using a planner. The first tip that I have is, in this day and age, you have so many options, and it can be overwhelming on what kind of planner to use. And really, the best advice I have for you is to test, measure, and adjust. Don't spend a lot of money up front on something you're not sure that's going to work, because you have to decide if you're going digital or you're going the paper route. And I'm somebody who loves technology and the digital aspect, and I need both because there are limitations to digital as far as seeing the big picture. And I like to see the big picture a week at a time so I can make adjustments to my schedule and feel more free in knowing what the big picture is. And the second area for a tip is to not schedule every minute of your day, not even every hour. That is the kiss of death in the planner world. You will feel bound by it, you will feel stifled, and you will stop using it. So I suggest using a blocking method. I block my days by what I need to accomplish before noon and afternoon. And that's my only limitation unless I have a specific time that I need to have an appointment. And that way I take advantage of my productive hours in the morning, and when I'm slower in the afternoon, I get things done with less time. And then in conclusion, thinking that planners don't work for you, as a perfectionist, I'm a perfectionist, and I had a hard time with planners when I first started using them. Richard Brule says that planners are a great opportunity to overcome perfection, feel more agency about how you experience your time, and be more accepting of the flow of life. So you're actually freer and more accepting of the flow of life and have more time to accomplish things. So if you today go home and think about and take out a piece of paper and just start blocking out your time for tomorrow, remember why you want to do this, because it's going to help you free up your brain. It's going to help you reduce your stress. It's going to help you accomplish your tasks faster and get more done. And remember that when you're deciding digital, paper, how to plan out your time, that you just need to test, measure, and adjust. Have some patience with yourself and know that this will actually help you live a freer, more flowing life than if you weren't planning. Thanks so much for watching.